Taylor Mannix here from Big Time Mame's starting five, and the final score from Bowdoin, 51-42. The Polar Bears are moving on. It's an all-Maine second round here tomorrow. USM battling Bowdoin, but first, you're going to hear from the players and the coach as we got interviews for a Big Time Postgame coming up now.
And Coach Phelps and Carly Davey. Coach Phelps, you want to kick us off with some general thoughts about today's victory?
Yeah. First of all, I want to congratulate Emmanuel on a really great season. We know how hard it is to go undefeated in conference and win a championship. We knew it was going to be a really tough matchup today. And I thought, Coach Yosinoff has won that many games for a reason. I thought the switching defenses, bothered us. We haven't seen a ton of that. So credit to our players. I think the group that we have this year has always, since the first day, really had a get it done mentality. It doesn't matter how, we can win in a lot of different ways. And so I feel like there's 32 teams that are playing, and we're happy to be one of them.
Grace, what was Emmanuel able to do effectively to sort of bother you guys today, and what were you able to do to sort of push through and persevere?
Yeah, we haven't played a full court press like that in a while, and I think it took a second to settle down and get used to it. And then, as Coach Meg said, they switched defense on us a couple times, and I think it just took us a few possessions to get into our rhythm.
And Carly, game's late and tight in the fourth quarter, and the ball comes to you. Talk about that possession and that three-point shot that basically put the game away.
Yeah, I love fourth quarter. I love fourth quarter. I love the tournament. I love the moment. Put a lot of time and energy into basketball in the last 4 years, in the last 8 years. So trusting the work that I've put in, just let it fly. Good to see it go through.
Coach, kind of just building off that three, not either team was shooting very well from three. So when that three goes down, was there like a sigh of relief collectively from everyone? It's like, oh, finally one went down for both.
I think I shouted so loud I almost blacked out on the sideline. Yeah, I know. We both of us really couldn't hit water if we fell out of a rowboat. I think Carly, she said it, but she's put a ton of work in, and it's really such a gift as a coach to have a senior leader like her who I can put in the game and be like, I need you to go hit a three, and then how many people can actually go out and do it? This kid does. So I feel like she's been big for us in those moments all year. And honestly, I think it's also a credit to the other players on the floor of who needs the ball in that moment. I thought, and I don't even know who had the assist to get you that three. Do you remember? It might have been was it Grace? Maybe Grace or Jamie?
I'll take it.
Yeah, but whoever it was.
You can always assume maybe Grace.
Yeah, true. Whoever it was, I just think it's a testament to the type of basketball that we want to play. And I thought, way to knock it down.
It's Chris Lesnar from East Maine Sports. Not a lot of people talk about your defense, but what your defense did tonight, holding them to 26% from the floor.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah. I think defense is, it's a cliche for a reason, but defense really is what wins championships. And we spend a ton of time from the first day of practice, working on our defense. And we just talk a lot about how, you're going to have games like this. We're a really good shooting team. And we shot 15% from the three-point line. That happens sometimes, but defense travels. Defense can carry you through a lot. And so I really thought this was one of our best defensive performances. And I think as a coach, that's what you hope for at this time of year. Execution really makes a big difference. And so the defensive execution of our game plan, I thought, was really solid today.
What about facing USM tomorrow night?
I think, obviously USM is also another team that's had a really great season, and USM and Bowdoin have a great storied rivalry, a lot of success for both programs in the NCAA tournament, and so obviously it's a totally different style. They shoot a lot of threes, they've got some really solid guard play, and so I think this is where playing in the NESCAC really benefits us. We've played Friday, Saturday back-to-back since the first weekend of January. So, our conference has provided us a lot of opportunities to do just this, play one style on Friday and then turn around and play another style on Saturday. Normally we're playing at 3 o'clock tomorrow, so I think the women are excited to like sleep in a little bit. We're not sad about that, but yeah, I do think that this is going to be a total switch up, but the women have been prepared for that, I think.
Sorry, Megan, just 96 wins over your first 4 years coaching here. Coming from a place, like MDI. Is that a testament to the players in the program and not just yourself as a coach, or is it a little bit of both? Or?
Oh, I think it's a lot about the players because I'm on the sideline. But I think like growing up on MDI was such a formative part of my experience, and I think playing in honestly growing up in a culture where the women's basketball team was so strong and so supported, I think that played a big role in my decision to come to Bowdoin as a player, and I just really haven't left since. So I think it's a lot of wins, but it really is a testament to the women that we have in this program. I think you don't always know when you take over someplace what kind of people you're going to get, and I have been just so blessed, especially this senior class. I think these 5 women, they're the first class I've had for all 4 years, and their leadership this year has been really spectacular, and so it's a lot of wins. I think it has a lot more to do with them than it does with me.
Grace, what have you really taken from Megan as a coach, and Carly as well? How has that helped each of your games and helped you guys grow as players?
I think one of the biggest things is her confidence in us. She trusts us. I don't feel like I have to constantly look at her for reassurance. I know she trusts me, and that gives me a lot of confidence to go out there and play my game. And I don't think there's a coach who is more prepared than Coach Meg. So whatever happens, I know she has a game plan and something ready for us.
Yeah, I second all of what Grace just said. I also think that Coach Meg really cares about us as people. I think there's very few coaches in the country who take as much time off the court and spend as much time with us upstairs in her office than she does. So that really creates a special relationship that I don't think most people have with their coach. She also is able to just pull crazy plays, which also helps. But her basketball brain's really big, but I think her ability to meet us where we're at as people is most important.
For Grace and Carly, when you guys are getting defensive stops, when you're forcing turnovers, but on the other end, your shots aren't falling, or you're turning the ball over right away, how do you guys make sure that you keep the defensive intensity up for all 40 minutes and don't let up or get frustrated?
Yeah, I think we spend a lot of time on defense in practice, and because we have such a great team, we're playing against really good people in practice every day, so we're put in those situations a lot where we have to have a good next play mentality. So I think getting a touch, getting eye contact, getting a positive affirmation from a teammate, and then just knowing that defense is everything in our control. We can always get a stop on defense. So it's a big team effort for sure. We spend a lot of time in practice working on it.
Yeah, I second that, and also we can't always control when the ball goes in, but we know that we can control stops, and it's easy when you have people like Jamie Yu getting the ball back somehow crazily, and we really celebrate those stops. I think that helps us keep that energy up.
And Coach, I know it's already been asked before, but I just think the angle's pretty special that USM, Bowdoin, both an opportunity to punch their ticket, both teams from Maine, you being from Maine. Just again, speak how special that is for women's basketball in the state to have this opportunity for Mainers to be able to come and see the highest level of D3 women's basketball from USM and Bowdoin tomorrow.
Oh, this is the best question. I am a very proud Mainer. I think I spoke to it earlier, but I do think this experience of growing up in this state and this basketball culture really has shaped me as a person. And so I think it is... they said it on the selection show on Monday, there's a lot of really good basketball in the state of Maine, and I feel what an amazing opportunity to showcase, two of the best programs in the history of Division III women's basketball. We haven't played in the regular season, so it's kind of a reigniting of a traditional rivalry, and so I'm really excited. I think it's going to be a really fun environment. I mean, it was a loud crowd in there today. So I think it's really great for a state that loves basketball and supports basketball the way that Maine does, to have a chance to show off a little bit.
Megan, just to kind of piggyback off that, just of what you've done coaching here, and obviously what Jaffrey has done at Johnson and Wales, you know, people coming out of, you know, a small place like Hancock County. What does that say about, you know, not just basketball in Maine, but in small towns like that, you know, they can do special things on a stage like this?
Yeah, I'm old now, so I can celebrate Grace, even though she went to Ellsworth. Ellsworth was my rival. Just to give you guys the context. Yeah, I mean, I think it's really special. Like, there were so many Maine connections this weekend, and I feel like it's a small place, but that kind of makes the basketball relationships even more special. And I think, you know, obviously we watched Johnson and Wales to prepare this weekend, and Grace is a really talented player, and to do what she's done as just a sophomore is really incredible. I feel like, you know, that the fact that she has 2 more years to just like keep building on the success that she's already had and the talent she's already had, it's really special. I think it's, you know, Hancock County is the best county, in case anyone was wondering.
All right.
Cool. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Good luck.
Thank you.